We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Like that.
All right.
Like that.
He gets called a variety of things depending on the day.
He's either Wooter or Wilder. He answers to both anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
All right. Thanks. Dunk. Call to order. Thank you very much for coming out. Because there's one, most of the people have already had a pre-meeting, so we've discussed a lot of the items, and two, apparently there's a soccer game on tonight that some people would like to get to go to. We're gonna try and make this as short as sweet. So,
Yeah, Connor is playing soccer.
yeah. Tennis?
Curling, yeah.
Tennis. So anyway, well, let's try and get this over with kind of quicker, I guess, is the best idea. So we just want to touch through a few items.
New faces. New face. Have a new face.
New faces. New face. Hi, new face.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Signed up for the sports car club school. I did it in 2005 at Race City. Sold all my cars, got married, settled down. Now I'm back into it.
You want to buy some more cars?
Depends, you know, a good divorce lawyer.
Maybe. I'd like to sell a few cars.
All right, Trevor. Well, welcome, and hope it works out better this time around. So, okay, well, that's actually good, because one of our first items for tonight is the race school. We are starting on Friday night, that setup, and I don't even know the time that we're supposed to be there.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So, we need as many people as possible to help out, set up, and organize the Friday night, the cones and otherwise. And then we have Saturday morning is 9 o'clock or 8?
8:30.
8:30? Well, there we go. Either 9, it would have been late, 8 early. Sorry, I don't have...
Earlier is better if you want to get out there.
Yeah,
There's always stuff to do. If people are willing to come out and help out, it's always there.
yeah.
Earlier is better. I'll be out there around 7:30.
What?
I really thought my email said that my class thing started at 7:30.
They request everybody to be there at 7:30, I think, in the email, or yes.
Yeah.
Brooke Carter's run the school. Brooke's very keen. So whatever it said in the mailer, I would suggest you be there by that time.
I never actually got the mailer, that's why I don't know the times, because I'm not registered to attend.
Oh, that registered has. You should register, Rudy.
No, I should. So anyway, Friday is 5, Saturday is 7:30, 8 o'clock. 8 would probably be good. There is stuff always to do, and anybody who can help out to prep, get ready and all that is wonderful and well appreciated. Sunday won't be as rough to set up, but we need to make sure we stay there to tear everything down at the end when we're all said and done, not run away right as soon as it's finished.
Actually, we need to run away fairly quickly because the ASA is on track at their usual time, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so we have to get the track cleared and stuff put away and tucked in, so we're clearing out for them.
Typically, the ESA's been utilizing the west portion of the track, and they don't get going right away, but we need to have the back end of the track cleared away immediately,
Okay.
if possible.
Yeah. As far as I understand, we have 51 students for this year's school so far, or at this point, so that's a good school. I'm not sure how many are doing the competition and how many are just doing the advanced driving, but 51 students is 51 students. I don't have a lot more on the school because, as we said, Brooke's been doing it and he's running happily, and if you don't hear anything from Brooke, it usually means that there's nothing wrong, because he's quick to mention if there is. So I'm happy we don't have a lot of issues. So
And a big thank you to Brooke for doing all of that.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And when it's done, we'll thank him even better. With a big glass of red wine for him. It'll make him happy. Outside of that, if there's nothing else from the school, I want to go to our next item, which is just a recap. Last weekend there was a training school hosted by the newly formed Alberta Race Marshals, ARM, and CMRT, the Canadian Motorsports Response Team. The school was well received. It had fire training, so a lot of practical demonstration for the people about what CMRT does. There was classroom time to learn about marshalling, if you will, flagging and other related parts of that. There was a track tour, if you will. Everybody got to sit on the school bus and go around with everybody wanted to with Paul Conquest, and for the track workers to understand where drivers are looking when they're driving was probably a lot of benefit for them, whether they were new or seasoned people, to get it from a different perspective. So overall it seems to have been well received and well attended as well. Does anybody have any input relating to the school?
The Marshall School, I wasn't there the whole weekend. I stopped in for a visit. I thought it was exceptionally well done. And the practical training, which is I saw most of, I thought was top notch.
Yeah. They had Ansel Fire Extinguishers, who's a major supporter of CMRT, and has brought out the extinguishers. They brought a full live fire training setup and extinguishers. So it's been many years since track marshals have had an opportunity to put out a live fire. So that was much appreciated by everybody. Okay, nothing else from there. So again, like I said, I'm scooting through everything here. One other item, we have the ice race awards and banquet update. Were we going to do anything with that?
I have the awards update. The awards should be ready Friday, but I won't be here to pick them up.
Okay.
But I'll give you the information to grab them.
Where do they need to be picked up?
House of Trophies?
On Calgary Trail?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Northbound? Yeah.
I'll give the exact address.
That's normally where we got trophies for 100 years.
What was the intention, to distribute them or at the school or race weekend or
I'm not sure if
a meeting or?
we can do whatever we wanted. I just didn't know if the banquet was being moved because of the 60th anniversary thing
Well, I
this
think
year.
the ice racing banquet had been postponed due to everything else we have going on, so we have trophies to be distributed at some time to be determined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
they'll be done. We can just do
January
whatever.
Can you email the particulars about picking them up
Okay.
to just the executive, and then we'll
I'm done work at 2:30 on Friday, so.
and then we'll figure out how Linda's going to get them.
Sure.
Well, she just said I'm done work.
Right.
Okay, so that's where that is.
Last ones I had done or anything.
Kevin had another note about sponsorships. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, just to see if we had any update on the official sponsors for the event.
Oh.
We can, so I could begin advertising for that.
Mark would have been the one to answer that, and Mark is actually attending the hockey game tonight.
First,
but he's working.
you have the information on River City sponsoring
Yeah,
the
the first one.
Yeah, that one's already set.
Okay.
So you have the first one for sure, and then the other ones I'm not sure if there's anything else in the works. Mark, like I said, would know, but he's not here and didn't mention anything. Another item that was probably not published as an agenda item is in reference to the club dyno. Sean and others have worked on it. I'll let Sean speak to it.
Okay, well, Club owns the dynos, everyone knows, and we've been talking about what we're going to do with the dyno. So Jesse White's here tonight, and Jesse had expressed an interest in working with the club to utilize the dyno. And today, myself and Ron Hansman met with Jesse. We hammered out a deal in principle for Speed Tech Racing. What's your full name, Jesse?
Speed Tech Racing Development.
Speed Tech Racing Development to take possession of the dyno under a rental agreement. And Ron was there. Ron has more of the details. I'll just turn it over to Ron from here.
Yeah, we went back and forth and discussed whether or not we should do profit sharing or whether we should just do a straight rental. It's difficult for Jesse to do profit share because he's got time on the dyno, but he's also got tech time. So when he invoices, he sends, it's just one amount. So plus it adds complexity to him. I'm not sure if that's going to work for us or not. So what we tentatively decided upon was that he would pay a rental of $1,200 per month plus GST. Probably a higher amount in the summer when he's really busy doing it, and a lower amount in the winter when it's probably going to sit idle for 4 or 5 months. He currently has a 2-wheel dyno which he will sell, so all of his work will go into ours. We negotiated a reduced rate for club members for their race cars. So it would be $75 for 3 runs in order to get the horsepower ratings that we need for our club requirements. And somebody wanted to do the same thing one of our members wants to do on their street car, it would be $100. We would prefer to set it up where you'd have 1 or 2 weekends where all the club members would be invited to come and do it then, as opposed to dropping in whenever. Much more efficient for him, and because we're getting a break in the price, it'd be nice to just go bang, 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 and get it done. If we would like Jesse and his staff to do the tuning on the vehicles, he would charge 75% of his normal rate, which I think is excellent. He said normally it would take 3 to 4 hours, and his fee for that is $700. So club members for their race cars, it would be $490.
Race cars or street cars?
Yeah, I would say club members with race cars or street cars would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're a club member. Actively club member.
Yeah.
The lease in his space runs for just about another 5 years. Ends at the end of February 2022. So we propose that the lease term on this equipment would run for that length. Our initial payment of $1,200 per month would be for the first year, and then at the end of that year, we have another meeting with him to renegotiate that price. He would have a first right of refusal if somebody comes and makes us an offer on the equipment that we were thinking of accepting, and we would also give him an option to purchase it at $60,000 or such other amount as mutually agreed if we decide to sell. So I think it's a good deal for both parties. He's responsible for moving it, setting it up at his shop. Is responsible for all the repairs, maintenance, and insurance on it.
Okay. We feel that in principle it is a good agreement as well, and so we'd like to get kind of more formal, and then we'll...
Jesse, Sarah, I'd like to introduce Jesse for starters. I know Jesse, I know Jesse, know him well, but I'd like you don't mind to take a few minutes to introduce yourself.
No,
Jesse, I think,
sure.
is this your partner, John?
This is Jason.
Jason, I'm sorry, didn't meet Jason before.
Yeah.
My
girlfriend and other partner, Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind taking a few minutes to introduce yourself.
I'll stand here so I can see everyone myself.
Okay. Just so everybody knows, Jesse.
Yeah, no problem. I'm Jesse White. I've been involved in your guys' racing for mostly pitting for cars like Shirley Benson currently, and then Reg Sumer previously. So I've been around this racing since I was probably 18 or 19 years old. I'm 30 now. I've owned and operated SpeedTech for the last 6 years, and I've worked for the company for 10 years now. It's been open in Edmonton for 10 years. So we do a lot of like high performance, mostly Japanese based vehicles, some European stuff, some domestic stuff, but mostly Japanese cars. And have been operating a dyno for the last 2.5 years, and before that we were renting a dyno from a different shop here. Only having 2-wheel drive, there's a big business, big opportunity for 4-wheel drive, as there's only one other shop in the city that does the same type of work we do that has 4-wheel drive. So it's kind of leaving a good chunk of business on the table for us. So yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I was at Jesse's, Ron and I both were at Jesse's today. It's a well-established, well-run, professional operation in the business of tuning high-performance cars, and we have racing development in the name of the car, so I think the deal would be a good fit for both parties, good fit for the club, especially that you're generous enough to offer a discount to club members for use of the dyno. I think it'd be a good fit for you and a good fit for our club, so that's why I've advocated moving forward with the deal.
And also, as the relationship grows, to support club members in other ways that we can help you guys in part sales, or tires, or any of the other services that we provide, we may be able to help out stuff. And I'm at the track every weekend too. If people need another extra hand, or something's falling apart with their car, I'm always out there ready to work. That's why I'm there.
Maybe you should share your address with us, Jesse.
The address for the shop is 14020 141st Street, Northwest. So it's behind, it's 137,000, there's a Leon's, and it's just kind of behind the Leon's area there. Yeah.
I would like to add that Jesse, I can't remember the gentleman I met today, but he's a guy who's been trained, not factory trained, has gone to a technical school or university and specializes, has a certificate specializing in dyno tuning of automobiles. So the machine it's going to a good home. It'll be operated by technically trained people with the right credentials to operate. It won't be operated by people who don't want to. There'll be trained professionals operating the machine. So I think that's a good deal for everybody, as I said before.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess that means I got to draft a contract.
If you would, please. You don't mind?
No problem.
87 pages or less, please.
And if you can bring it on Friday when we're having the school, that would be great.
So again, the agreement is like Ron said, he would draft an agreement, and it was still subject to approval by Jesse and his partners, as well as the board.
Yeah, so once you have the agreement prepared, everybody will review it and either make corrections or sign on the dotted line, I guess, and move forward. It does sound like a good opportunity for both organizations to get somewhere, and as well for all the club members, especially since Jesse's extending it to their personal vehicles also.
I'll say too, like, I have no problem as any NASCC member to assist with the computer or anything like that. If there's any kind of because it's an older dyno, so it's upgraded and everything's working well now, but it's it has some special things with it too.
We own dyno-coms, though. They also have special things with them. They set the computer every time you do a run sometimes, so yeah, they can be quirky.
They can be quirky, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we talked to him already about coming over there and looking at it and using it.
Yeah, it's set up and working at my place, and Jesse and his tuner are going to come bring a car, run it, make sure that it is what it's purported to be. I don't foresee any problem, so they'll know 100% disclosure. They'll know exactly what they're getting and what the equipment is.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
good for both. So, actually, we don't have a whole lot else for tonight's meeting because it was intended to be short and sweet. It's getting close to racing season, so we're a couple days away from the school, so we want to try and get our time spent out there as opposed to in here. So, anybody have anything they want to say, add, or?
I have one question for the group. Not club business, personal business.
Oh, okay.
I acquired a Trans Am, Pontiac Trans Am. Does anybody know what they run for suspension in that in the They ran them in the Pontiac Challenge or Firebird Challenge or something.
Oh, the Players Challenge?
Players Challenge, yeah.
They were essentially stock.
Yeah.
They can't be too soft.
No, no.
You can sail the 7 seas in that thing.
Well, they did have a suspension package on the car. It was a
Yeah.
special option. kit.
Ron Farina,
Yeah,
you gotta talk to Ron.
Yeah.
okay.
Ube, right?
Or Thorne if you got time.
Uwe was. No,
Sorry, Mike.
Mike's not here?
Oh, he's on video.
Oh, hi Mike.
Yeah, okay, that's all I got.
I got Farina's number for you.
Okay.
he's probably the best guy, because he ran it afterwards as well.
So if there's any other official business, we'll go off the light.
Just a reminder, the Colonial Hill Climb's in 2 weeks.
Oh, right.
Is it only 2 weeks? Yeah, it's only
3, isn't it?
3 weeks from last weekend.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks from now.
There you go.
A week tomorrow, 2 weeks tomorrow, you should be on your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's their anniversary too this year.
60th anniversary of the Colonial Hill Climb. So,
Yeah, speaking of 60th anniversary, we still have you down for organizing the club.
I did 50.
Yeah, so,
So you
well seasoned to do 60.
open up the folder and change the number and you're good to go.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just all the same stuff. I'll just
See?
dust it off and
There we
I
go.
told them I'll supply the slideshow and the other stuff that I had from the last time, and if we people upgrade it or update it, we'll do that.
All
But the
right,
rest of it, I don't want to do anymore.
okay.
Okay, so you've got a slideshow and what else?
I think I gave away all the mounted pictures and stuff.
Okay.
I think the club kept a few and the rest I gave away. But I did have a slideshow starting from the 1958 or something. All collected old videos, bunch of stuff from Speedway and
We had that booklet that we made last time.
yeah, we have that book. I have a few of those still.
I've got a box.
And we did glasses.
Yeah, we did commemorative glasses.
Yeah.
I have those.
I found my
I have
cupboard
like
recently.
mine. That's
Tell them
Yeah.
broke.
yeah.
If we get our poop in a group here, we need to get
Yeah.
get the committee and get together with you on that.
Yeah.
But you got a date and all that, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's going to be run in conjunction with our August 26th, 27th race
what I-
weekend.
Yeah, so we
That's the vintage weekend, or is that the?
No, that's the
That's the open wheel
Farm
weekend.
weekend, okay.
yeah.
Anybody want to volunteer
Well, I
to
have
assist with this?
some leads on like the entertainment side.
Yep.
So I might have some bands that we're just looking at how much they will charge because it's kind of a busy part of the season.
Yeah,
for that
wedding
stuff.
season.
But
I have to admit, somebody, is it Mark that's been finding old pictures that were posted on Facebook?
I saw a couple of pictures.
yeah, I posted like 100 today
Yeah,
or
yeah.
last night.
Yeah, those are the ones that came from Ken and Chris Miles.
Yeah.
And actually, I missed some of them. They're sitting on my
Old
desk.
ice race pictures and
I
stuff.
have the shoebox that I was supposed to bring.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, if we can start gathering all that up, that'd be great.
Yeah.
For the 50th, I got like Bob Hawkins boxes of stuff.
Oh, seriously?
Thousands of slides, and that's where my stuff came from. A lot of my stuff, a lot of the library stuff. And that. Yeah, so that, I'd already been through thousands of things and sorting out, so.
Okay, so we can work towards that hopefully sooner than later. I don't recall who was actually heading up that committee.
That guy. Somewhere.
But if you have stuff, if we can start gathering it together.
We got Siri going on there.
I gotta know how to fix that.
Just don't say, okay, Google very.
The big button at the top.
Thank you.
All right, now that we've shown that Sean is technologically advanced, I think we should call it a night for tonight.
Okay.
On the
Before
formal
the
side.
face-off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we can go and watch our soccer game and so on and so forth.
that was Broomall, but it's
Awesome.